say a few things about the reasons for tonight's, to the City Council's proposed revisions. I'd be remiss if I didn't say that I campaigned on the issue myself as mayor. I campaigned on this issue. I'm happy to see that at least it's coming to a vote now, and if it passes, we can say that we accomplished what we set out to accomplish almost a year ago, at least 8 or 9 months ago. Second, the revisions are put on the table because of your input, the input of the commission. The revisions are on the table because of input by the City Council at its fall retreat. We won't discount that. We had quite a discussion on this item at our fall retreat. So they're being brought forward because of the City Council. And then I think finally, and obviously, the Government Operations Committee of the City Council unanimously voted in favor of these revisions. So those, in my mind, are the reasons for tonight's proposed revisions. Now, looking at the revisions themselves, a lot of us have focused our attention on fees, but let's not discount, I think, in my mind, a very important piece of the 2 prongs of this proposal tonight. And that first prong is the review of all late-night permits issued to licensees by the City Council. You look at the ordinance, and by statute, by state statute, and I've alluded to this in commentary before, the liquor commissioner has the right of review. That's been given to me by statute. Grant licenses, in this case, permits. I obviously, when I took over as mayor, I created this commission because I wanted a variety of opinions. I didn't want to be the sole. And that word dictator is a very strong word. I don't want to dictate, however, by myself policy here, and that's why the commission was created. And that is why, if we're going to review licenses and permits, I want the advice and consent of the City Council. I relish it. And so, in that respect, that piece is in the ordinance. I believe the review provides strict scrutiny of our licensees. And I think that's very important. Selling liquor in a community is not like an ordinary business in the fact that it's a special privilege with rules and regulations. And when things do not walk along the straight and narrow they should, we have an obligation as a city to scrutinize that activity. The City Council does, in cooperation with our fine police department, and so that strict scrutiny, police will provide us with information, and the council and the commissioner/mayor will review. Ultimately, I think the purpose of the review is to encourage, I want to say this very carefully, encourage cooperation between the city officials of this community and the business community to create a safe, enjoyable environment. There's always some implication, that I receive letters just like some of you do, and things appear here and there. Some would say, well, the proposal here could be construed to be, in fact, one editorial said that, could be construed to be anti-business. Well, I would ask the question, what does anti-business mean? We have a lot of businesses in St. Charles, and I receive a lot of concerns from businesses, not liquor licensees, who are tired of the cleanup and the messes left after a weekend for volley. And so maybe we're being pro-business by trying to take a step toward eliminating some of that and providing a safe, enjoyable environment. And then to the fees. do think whether it's our fault as a city, whether it's the press's fault, whether it's a combination of both of us, I just don't think that the numbers were clearly rolled out, and that's okay. They'll be rolled out tonight. I say that because a couple of licensees have come to me and they think that they're being asked to pay an amount that's not in existence. We'll get to that in a second. But the reason for the fees. I believe that there's increased value being placed on a 2 o'clock close. Simple as that. An increased value being placed on a 2 o'clock close. And the reason for that is because anecdotal evidence provided by a variety of sources suggests problems still exist. I would share a couple of stories getting to this point tonight.